Hey everyone, Sirturmund here. So today I'm bringing you my first deck of the new expansion, and I decided to start out with Galio Warmother Skull. So this deck might be a little bit familiar to you all. It's kind of the same base deck as you might have seen from Mogwai or Grappler's YouTube channels, except that he adds Galio and then it adds the Gorlith. And the Gorlith ends up being such a good finisher for this deck, especially if you can pull him with Warmother Skull, or sometimes just play him outright from your hand, as you'll see in some of the games where Gorlith actually ended up finishing the game. So yeah, really fun deck. The way that it works is that you're really just trying to ramp as much as you can to be able to play a Warmother Skull or play your expensive units, or be able to delay the opponent with your AoE and your freezes. So in that regards, this is how the deck goes down, right? So we have a ramp cards. We have Faces of the Old One, Catalyst of Eons, and we have Voices of the Old One. Usually you always want to keep Faces of the Old One or Catalyst of Eons in your mulligan, or you want to try to mulligan for them. Sometimes it's also worth it to keep Voices of the Old One, depends on how your hand looks. But you know, usually you want to get your ramp early on. If you're going against like a Swarming deck or like an aggro deck, they obviously you want to be able to keep some of your AoE. So that's why we run Avalanche and Blighted Ravine. Usually Blighted Ravine tends to be the better one because it's able to heal you and also clear the board. So it's able to stall out pretty long for you. And then to be able to deal with some big units or things that we, you know, if they try to open attack, we run Flash Freeze and Harsh Winds. Flash Freeze can also be pretty good against stuff like Gnar. You know, stops him from attacking and getting the free Poke Stick. So you're just keeping that in mind there. And then we get to our units, right? So our champions are going to be Trundle and Galio. So Trundle is so good in this ramp there because you can do Catalyst of Iron on turn 3 and then be able to play Trundle on turn 5. And he can serve as a great blocker because of that. And then Galio is cheap enough at 7 that sometimes, you know, it gives you a turn 7 play. Like the problem with this deck before is that sometimes you might go to like, you know, you play your Trundle and then you might play something else on turn, turn 6 or whatever, and you get to turn 7 and you didn't have anything to do. So you can do Galio now as be able to summon him, or you can try to get him from Warmother Skull because this effect is a summon effect. The rest of our cards also have summon effects, right? So Tiana can rally if you pull in the opponent's turn. The Gorlith is amazing because you can summon and swap your health and he becomes a unit that the opponent has to block. And it's very hard for the opponent to be able to block them. Citra obviously is a summon effect. If you get Citra on the field and if you have a Gorlith already there or you have a Galio already there, it's like an automatic, you know, double the stats, or even with the Trundle there. It's like, it's crazy. Citra is so good to pull from Warmother Skull. The odd one out here is It That Stares. It's not a summon effect, but it is a great card that allows us to stall if we need to. So we can deal with landmarks or we can deal with the opponent's units if we need to do that. It's also a fun combination because I do run Burying Ice, so maybe sometimes you can do like a Burying Ice, just capture all the opponent's units and then do the It Does Stairs to clear them all out. Or you can do like me in one of the games that you'll see where I tried to do that play and then I got baited and ended up not doing it like I was supposed to, and I think I ended up costing me the win. But yeah, and then lastly, obviously your key signature card is going to be Warmother Skull, which will allow you to kind of cheat out all these expensive units. So really fun deck. I've been having a lot of fun with this. When I think of Galio, I'm thinking of trying to cheat him out, and I think this is one of the best ways to do that with Warmother Skull. So hope you enjoyed the gameplay, and again, if you enjoyed the content, please make sure to subscribe below. We'll keep posting new videos every single day with the new champions in this expansion. So I'll see you all at the end of the video. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Pink City, so Gnar Gangplank. We do have a lot of AoE, but they're able to kill us faster than I think than we can do our damage. I think we need to try to ramp and try to potentially get Rabin. Avalanche is good, but Rabin is better because Rabin stops them from actually being able to develop. Now, if we could get Trundle or Rabin, maybe we have a chance. Okay, double Catalyzer is not bad, but it's also not the greatest. Ooh, this is going to be tough. He also got, I guess him getting the attack token doesn't really matter because we're always, yeah, this is going to be very tough. I don't see, okay, at least he didn't have like a 2-drop. That's good for us. We can summon Trundle next turn, giving us a nice blocker that we can take advantage of. We have Avalanche and Catalyst to potentially get to Warmothers here pretty quickly. Don't think there's any need for us to do... Shoot. But if he has Gnar, leveled up Gnar just kills our Trundle, doesn't it? I guess we gotta do Trundle though. Next time we have 6-7 mana. We don't have enough to do like both of these cards. Let's see what he does. If he has the Gnar, then we have to just go Avalanche, I think. Or we might just go second Catalyst. Yeah, because the problem here is that because he has the Scrappy Bomb, Gnar is actually gonna level. If Gnar levels up, he's actually gonna be able to kill our Trundle. So I think I'm just gonna do this. I think I'm just gonna ramp. We're gonna take 6, 9, 12 damage here. Wow. That's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. I don't see how we win anymore. Let's see. Well, I guess we can summon Galio here. Or we can do a Trundle. Actually, it's better to do Trundle. It's better to do Trundle. Because next turn we can do the ice pillar and then also do the Galio anyways. So I think Trundle is better. We can also threaten to kill the Mega Gnar with the Trundle. So if he doesn't open, we can summon Trundle, allowing us to potentially block the Jagged Butcher. But I'm going to have to just take the 11 damage right here, right? So yeah. So here we have to keep track of our mana, right? So we want to save the spell mana. Okay, that's really annoying now because even though he did that... Oh, actually, maybe Avalanche was better. Maybe Avalanche was better than Trundle. I was in my head, I was trying to talk to you all. And I just did it like without thinking about it. I guess, I mean, all that happened is that we took an additional damage. So instead of 11, we took 12. I guess it's not the end of the world. Here we can do the Ice Pillar, and then we can potentially do Avalanche and clear his whole board. I think the Avalanche is better than trying to level up the Galio. We also have Burying Ice, which is actually not bad. Because the Burying Ice lets us like completely get rid of his board. I think I'm gonna go after the Gnar first and then kind of see what he does first. And then decide if I want to do Galio or if I want to do Burying Ice. Barrier? Why is he playing that card? So then here we just have to do Burying Ice, right? But then we don't have the mana to be able to... If we do it like that, we won't have the mana. Is it Avalanche? He just tapped out of this. I don't mind the Avalanche, I don't think. I guess we can do both. We can do Avalanche and Galio, right? Let's do it like this first. If he has another Pokestick, then that kind of sucks. Next turn, we still have mana to do Burying Ice if he gets greedy and develops. We are gonna regenerate back to health unless he has like another ping. He could make a rain here. So maybe we should have done the Galio actually, yeah. So it should have been the Galio first to prevent ourselves from dying to a make a rain. I was scared of dying to like... Yeah, that's a mistake. The good thing is that the Gnar, even if the Gnar attacks, is not gonna be a big deal here. Yeah, so it should have been Galio. I didn't want to do like the... I didn't want to take the 2 damage on the Galio. But I think it should have been the Galio every time there. Obviously, we have 6 health here, so we have to just be careful. Ooh, we can actually heal up with the Gorlith, which actually might not be bad. We can do Gorlith into Citra of Clouds. So maybe we don't even play for the Warmother Skull. Let's pass one more time. Let's see what he has. Because he can obviously drag... Oh, he got greedy. He actually had lethal. I didn't realize something. So I didn't realize that both our cards are vulnerable. So he could actually have pulled everything and been able to win that way. So... Might as well just do the 4 damage here, right? Yeah, let's do the damage here, because then we can do the Tiana. We can do Gorlith, we can do the Blighted Ravine. We have a couple options here. Maybe it was better to do Citra. Actually, Citra was a lot better, no? But then he just loses here now. Because he shouldn't have a way to stop the rally. Okay, so we misplayed a lot in this game. I think Citra was better to open up. Because Citra gives the Ice Pillar Challenger, and we can drag out anything that he summons, right? So we could have just won on the open attack. He also had leveled up the Galio, by the way. Now, since we did it this way, I guess we still win, because he's still not going to have any way to block this. Yeah. So we got lucky that he didn't have like another Mariah Warden, otherwise we would have just lost right there on the spot. We also got lucky that he didn't see the lethal last turn, although we do play a lot of freezes, so he probably was playing around the freezes. But yeah, GG's. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against... Ooh, so Gnar Ziggs. So this is going to be like an aggro deck. So we need our AoE, and we need it quick. Rabin is amazing. Avalanche is amazing. Catalyst of Iron is amazing. I think I like this whole hand. I like this whole hand. Archmage is also good. It's a nice answer to the Gnar. I think what we want right now is gonna be... That's not a bad. That's actually not the worst thing, because we can go ahead. We can try to get to turn 8 pretty quickly. Double Rabin is actually amazing. So we're gonna have a lot of heal here, while being able to clear his board. Now, the Rabins are always better to do on your attack turn, so that the opponent cannot develop. Now, the best thing he can do for us is actually open attack next turn. Okay, that's actually very annoying, because now that's a big open attack, right? He has to open attack. So he will open attack, we'll do the Catalyst, and then we'll do the Rabin. So we'll do the Catalyst, heal 3, we do the Rabin, being able to clear his whole board. If he gets weird and develops more here, then he's just giving us more fodder. Oh yeah, he's just giving us all the fodder for the Rabin. So the Rabin is going to be disgusting. And the bad thing is that he won't be able to develop on our attack turn. And then if he develops on his attack turn, we still have Avalanche as well. Or we can just play the Trundle as a blocker, right? So here we just do the Rabin, heal for 4, and clear his whole board. He could play the Gnar, I guess, or something else that has more than 2 health. I don't see a lot of things. I guess 6 has more than 2 health. Yeah, that's the one thing we gotta be careful of, right? That we just don't die to the burn. Because here the Scrappy Bun does 1. We do 2 to ourselves, so we're still at 9. We can actually do Trundle. And next turn we can still do the Rabin. And Trundle now is amazing, because now Trundle means that if he attacks with Gnar, he's just gonna be sacrificing his own Gnar. We can also do the Trundle Icequake anytime that we want. Okay, so that's a little bit annoying. Because now the Gnar is gonna level up, right? So by doing it that way, he made sure that the Gnar would level up. So here's what we need to do. We need to bait him into thinking that we don't have anything else. Yeah, if he blocks with Gnar, we're okay with that. We can always do the Rabin. He decides to block with Gnar. Wow, that's actually crazy to me. We also have another Trundle, by the way. I think Rabin is better than doing Trundle, though, because this stops him from developing anything else. We can do the second Catalyst of Iron right here. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, so we can do the second Catalyst of Ions right here, just to be mana efficient. Now next turn we're gonna have 10 mana. We can still do It That Stares. We have the Harsh Winds to stop things. Let's see what he has. I like the Trundle. Do I like the Trundle? What about we just do the Ice Pillar first? Ice Pillar is a non-committal move, because obviously he can't, like, he cannot get any damage through because of the Ice Pillar. And it still allows us to keep the mana for the It That Stares, right? Yeah, that's a little bit annoying. I like doing this. Get rid of 2 of his attackers. Now he only has 2 cards in his hand, right? And then next turn we can do the Citria. Give the Ice Pillar Challenger. Okay, so now we're down to 6. He already used what? He already used 2 Decimates. Our opponent already used 2 Decimates. He can potentially kill the Ice Pillar right here, but he's not gonna get any damage through. Doesn't. Okay, so this is lethal now, because we just do Citria. It gives the Ice Pillar Challenger, allowing us to pull anything that he summons out of the way, and then we just push for... Actually, because the It That Stares also has 16, we can pull away 2 attackers. But yeah, GG's. That ended up... He couldn't get through all our heals. The double Rabin ended up being very clutch. But yeah, GG's. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Gnar. Oh, you know what I think it is? This is Mo. I think this is Timelines, right? So it's gonna be Gnar and just the Timeline cards. Okay. Harshness is actually not bad versus Gnar, but I think I don't mind getting stuff like Blighted Ravine. Faces of the Old One is great because we can potentially summon Trundle here really quickly. Oh yeah, okay. This is so he's gonna do concurrent timelines. By the way, that's what his plan is. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and just try to turbo ramp. So here we can do the Catalyst of Eons next turn. Then we can do Trundle, Galio, and then start kind of ramping up to our cards, right? Okay, he's just gonna end up killing it. All right, cool. We're still gonna do Catalyst of Eons. And then next turn summon our Trundle, right? And now we have a Harshman as well, will allow us to kind of defend ourselves against some shenanigans that the opponent might have. Yeah, this is the concurrent timeline. So this is a shift knack attack deck. So he's gonna do concurrent timelines and then start transforming his units. Now it doesn't look. Oh, bye Gorlith. At least it wasn't a Warmother Skull. Bye Gorlith. Unfortunate. Wow, he rolled the elusive. We do have the Ravine, so it's not the worst thing in the world. Bye Berry Nice. I think we can. Okay, we can just pass because he's always gonna attack here, right? So he attacks, we heal, we kill both of them, and call it a day. He's hit both of our 9-drop cards. He hasn't hit anything else super important. He decides not to go after the Harsh Winds. I guess he knows that we have the Harsh Winds now, right? So it doesn't really matter. I like the idea of just doing the Faces of the Old One, by the way, instead of doing the Galio. I think Galio's a little bit too committal. I think it's just better to do Faces of the Old One, unless he discards this here. I guess he could also go for the Ice Pillar or the second Trundle. There's a couple of things he could hit here. Okay, I guess bye Faces of the Old One. I guess we'll just go ahead and do the Galio then. Let's go ahead and just do the Galio then. Let's try to level up the Galio and kind of go from there. I would have preferred to play the Pillar before I had to do that, but I guess he ended up not working out for us. He got rid of our ramp. He got rid of some of our draw cards, right? Double Trundle, triple Trundle is not great. It's not the greatest thing because this damages our own units. Not okay. Never mind. He just gave it to us. All right, that's okay with me, right? I think that's okay with me. Wait. Oh, he gets to, yeah. I was like, why is he picking twice? It's because they transform. Sure. Now we have 2 Ice Pillars. So we can just level up Galio next turn. Should we just do this? Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. I think if he doesn't have any blockers, I think we just win. Because we can pull anything he summons, right? So I don't care that he like is transforming stuff. So he didn't get his shift knack attack, which means that he's not gonna be able to win. And we can also summon the Gorlith now, and we can just win that way. So we have leveled up Trundle. We're about to level up the Galio. We can summon another Pillar, and we can summon the Gorlith, and he's not gonna be able to win. So this should be game, right? He main decks Risu. Whoa! Wait a second. Oh, wait a second. That was nuts. When I summon a Stormcloud, so he gets a free Stormcloud. And then we just win. With the Gorlith, he has no way to block it. He has no way to block the Gorlith, and the Gorlith pushes him for damage, and that's lethal. Right? So... we can win in multiple ways, right? It's funny because this actually gets buffed by the Blighted Ravine, but yeah, we can win multiple ways. It didn't matter. The Gorlith alone was enough. But yeah, GG's. That's an interesting combo though with that Stormcloud card because he summons another unit. I had not thought about that. That was actually pretty smart of Mo. But yeah, GG's. This matchup will be going up against Spider Aggro. Okay, so we have some AoE, but we have no way to block Fear Summon too much later into the game. So I like the Trundle, I like the Rabin. I don't think Warmother's Call is the way that we win this game. I think we just need our heal. Unfortunately, we didn't get it. Although we can't, this allows us to ramp into the Rabin, so maybe it is okay. Problem is, shoot. Do I need to let this hit me? I guess I can't anymore, right? I think I have to actually block. I think I have to actually let my faces of the old one. Yeah, I think I have to let the faces of the old one just die. I don't think I can take this much damage because the Rabin only heals me for 2, right? So the Rabin is not getting us there. Unfortunately, means that next turn we have nothing to do. And here he can just do like... I mean, it is stopping from being able to do anything, right? But he doesn't care about passing mana. The good thing is that because the Rabin triggers on his turn, it means that we still get the Trundle. Now, the question here is, I think it's better to wait and see what he does first. He gets greedy, we do the Avalanche. And next turn we can still Trundle. Now, the problem here is if he has another of the Owl, right? So if he has another Onlooker, he does. So he still ends up doing 4 damage. I think I had no choice but to do that, though. There was no way... I don't think there was any way I could have passed on that Avalanche, because the only way that the Avalanche gets punished is exactly by what he had. Now, we do have Harsh Winds to be able to stop some of his attack, and obviously now we have a good blocker here. My problem is that he's just gonna be able to do, like, yeah, just go super wide, right? So he can just go super wide. As long as he doesn't have burn, maybe we're okay. That's not great. Okay, so he ends up getting a little bit greedy here. We'll do the Harsh Winds. We'll do the Harsh Winds. We have nothing else to spend our mana on. Get one of the kills. He pushes 0 damage. Decides to do the Fervor. Alright. I guess that's fair. Still gets 2 more units. This is doom. Because we didn't get our ramp. If we have Catalyst of Aeons here, I think we'll be in a much better spot. Because Catalyst of Aeons heals us and also stops him from, like, doing anything, right? So yeah, so we just lose to a second Decimate. I don't think there's anything we can do about it. There's nothing we can do about it, so I'm just gonna not play around it. We do have Flash Freeze to protect us next turn. Now the Flash Freeze protects us. We're gonna go down to 2, right? Gorlith actually heals us next turn, so we can actually Flash Freeze like one of these other dudes. So now we go down to 2 HP. If we don't die this turn and we can play the Gorlith, I think we win. If we die, then if he has any burn, then we just lose. That's game, right? We have to open with the Gorlith. We have no other choice. So we have to open with this just because he could easily have like a Decimate, right? So we have to open with this and go like this, and we can actually buff it up because we have the second Galio and we can push Lito. So we can just push Lito here. This is exactly 5. Wow, what a top deck. The Galio top deck just finished the game right there. Wow. Oh my god. I'm so lucky he didn't enjoy this. I mean, wow. I'm so lucky he didn't enjoy the last piece of burn that he needed. But yeah, GG's. Wow. And look at that. Plat 3 already with this deck. GG's. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against GP Sejuani Plunder. I think this is pretty bad for us because they can go really wide really early. So maybe we do want to keep like the Blighted Rabins. The problem with keeping so many Blighted Rabins is not having, because he's attacking on 3. So we need to keep the Avalanche in case that he gets greedy and develops on turn 3 when he attacks. This is not a great hand. We need some of our ramp. I'm too scared. I was too scared to mulligan to go the AoE away because I think he's gonna have a lot of early units as well, right? Like, yeah, like this, you know, that we need to be able to target with the Avalanche and the Rabins. So I think we need to have at least 2 of them. It's possible Please, where's my ramp? Okay, this is the problem with this deck, right? This deck sometimes can get hands like this. Wow. That's such a good card for that deck, by the way. Tough Speaker. By the way, we can, like, if he opens, we're taking, what, 5 damage here? Yeah, he should always open here. Do I need to just do the Ravine next turn? I think we do. I think we just do the Ravine next turn. I don't think I'm going to commit my Avalanche. If he's going to do it like this, then I'm going to do the Avalanche now, just so that I can make sure that I can kill the Jagged Butcher. This also might stop him from the this might bait him into developing more. I don't think I can keep that Jagged Butcher alive, because obviously, yeah, there you go. So he ended up developing the Corsair. We do the Blighted Ravine, and then we have Trundle next turn. So we still have 14. We clear his whole board. We can play Trundle at 5, and then we still don't have a play for turn 6. Cool. He hasn't leveled up his champions yet. Oh, wow. We finally get the freaking things, huh? Does it even matter? I think playing this now doesn't change anything. I'm better off playing the Trundle. Obviously, we're still going to take the 2 damage from the sap. But I think playing the physics of the old one doesn't really matter at this point, right? Because he's just going to level up. He's going to be able to level up. Okay, Flash Freeze is great. Bury in Ice might be the way that we win this game. Because Bury in Ice can bury the Sejuani. And then allow us to kind of push for lethal. Wow. That's such a good card for that deck, man. We have a blocker for the Tough Speaker, so not too concerned about that right now. 4 sets. We are able to do the Ice Pillar next turn if he doesn't have a way to kill the physics of the old one. Doesn't have enough mana to summon any of his champions right now. This girl dealing elusive damage is a little bit annoying though. He could have the ooh. That's what I was gonna say. He could have the Harpoon, right? Harpoon is a little bit annoying. We still have enough mana though to do Galio and do the Flash Freeze. So it's not the end of the world here yet, right? So we can do Galio Flash Freeze. Yeah, because that's not going to be enough. Because here, actually, Galio is such a good counter versus Sejuani. Because, like, even if it triggers the, you know, the vulnerable, whatever, the freeze, it doesn't affect Galio, right? So now here we have a great way to stop it from being able to get lethal. I don't know. I don't think the Flash Freeze is worth it on the Sap Spray Fin. I think it's better to save the Flash Freeze for later on. I think what we have to do next turn is going to be the Ice Pillar. And potentially... Potentially do the Ravine. Just to get ourselves some more health and clear his board. Because what's going to happen is that the Ice Pillar... We can threaten the Sejuani by doing Ice Pillar and pulling her with the Galio more than... you know, like it has to be with the Galio. Because then the only way that he saves his Sejuani is going to be with a second Sejuani. He needs to pull the Trundle right here. He decided not to. If he has a second Sejuani, we can just freeze her. So this is threatening his Sejuani already. Now, it does make the Galio vulnerable to our own Blighted Ravine, which is a little bit annoying. And he goes for the second Sejuani, but guess what? We have Flash Freeze. So now we get her almost dead. And then next turn, we can just pull the Sejuani again with the Galio. And be able to kill her that way. And we also have a leveled up Trundle. The only problem is that we don't have... Oh, wow. That's huge. Wait, Tiani's actually huge, actually. Tiani's actually huge. So Tiana is huge because he allows us to, like, attack again. If we need to. I just don't know if attacking again is actually what we want to do, though. I think what we do want to do is be able to do the Ravine. Because I think next turn we can just win by doing Bury in Ice. I don't think we need to get greedy. So I'm going to attack like this. I want to make sure that we can kill a Sejuani, I think. It means that Galio is going to be, you know, 2 HP now. But this is doing a lot of overwhelm damage that he needs to block. If it doesn't have a ping, we can just threaten the win with Tiana and the overwhelm from Trundle. So if he doesn't trigger Sejuani right here, we already know that he sent a Sejuani to his deck. Okay, that's the thing. But again, it doesn't stop the Galio. That's another Sejuani, my dude. Your Sejuani, like, you're gonna just die. I guess he kills the Galio. But now we pretty much know that he doesn't have a Sejuani. And now we can clear his whole board because we have the Blighted Ravine. And that's game, right? Because now no matter what he has, we can either do Bury in Ice or we can do Tiana. Like, there's no... I don't think there's any combination of cards that kills us here, right? We even have a second Galio to stop, like, some crazy, like, Overwhelm damage. Wow. It's just Tiana, right? I guess Tiana doesn't do it, because Tiana just means that if he has Sejuani, we don't lose. If he has TP, we don't lose. What if we just do... I think it has to just be Galio. I mean, Warmother Skulls is fine too, but I think we can threaten the lethal. Now let's threaten the lethal. This is lethal because he doesn't have a way to stop the Overwhelm from Trundle, unless he has a 3 Sisters, which he doesn't. I forgot that the Trundle had Overwhelm, because what I was thinking is that if I did the Tiana, it wasn't gonna be lethal because he could block the Trundle, and Tiana was only 8 damage and he was at 9. But I forgot that the Trundle Overwhelm means that it's very unlikely for him to have. You know, I guess he could have other Sejuani, but the opponent kept using their Sejuani, which means that we didn't have to worry about it. But yeah, GG's. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Feel the Rush. So both of us are trying to ramp. The problem is that the opponent has stuff like Vengeance to kind of make it a little bit harder on us. I think we just have to try to ramp. I think we keep the Warmother Skull. Perfect. We get the Faces of the Old One. We can do the Catalyst. Whoever ramps first, I think, gonna end up just winning. Bury in Ice is gonna be huge versus him. Wow, because we can actually just Bury in Ice the turn that he does. The Trundle and the Tryndamere. Wait, that's actually huge. Oh, this is bad though. Avalanches are really bad for us. Yeah, Avalanches are really bad for us. Fortunately for opponent, we're 1 ahead of him because we have the Catalyst and we also have the Faces of the Old One. Unfortunately for us, we don't really have a play anyways. So if he has Trundle here, it's actually kind of sucks for us, right? Because we still have to wait 3 more turns. We do have the Flash Freeze. Yeah, he's just going to try to kill this girl. I mean, the Faces of the Old One, which makes sense, right? If he kills the Faces of the Old Ones, he kind of puts us back to even. It means that we're not ahead of him. So, yeah, I guess that ended up working out for the opponent. It's a consideration that the Avalanche is good here. I don't think I need to. Okay, we ended up getting the Trundle now. So at least we can play the Trundle. So at least we do have a play that we can do here. Now he could have Vengeance, he's fine. We do have Freezes to be able to stop his stuff. And I think once we summon the Warmother Skull, the opponent's gonna have a hard time kind of doing anything to us. No reason to do this. And now we can threaten him now, right? Because if he doesn't kill this now, then next turn we can do our Warmother Skull. And he loses. I mean, he won't lose. So he won't lose. Like, he won't lose, obviously, right? We can start with Ice Pillar and then do the Warmother Skull next turn. We have exactly 12 mana. He's still at 11, so he's not able to kill us. The problem here now is going to be... If we do... We're going to lose our Trundle, right? Because if we do the Warmother Skull, we're not going to have a way to... And if he has Tryndamere right now... If he has Tryndamere right now, can we afford to do the Warmother Skull? Wait, if he has Tryndamere, why don't we just Bury in Ice? Yeah, why don't we just do this? And then we combine it with It That Stares and clear his whole board. But if he has Feel the Rush, then don't we just lose if we do it like this? Wait, this is so good though. I can't pass this up, right? Can I pass this up? If he has Feel the Rush, we just lose. I think it's Warmother Skull. I think there's no reason to get greedy with the Feel the Rush. He doesn't have space, right? Okay, that's game. We just high roll the Citra. Yeah, I mean, I don't care. We have the Harsh Winds. we have the harsh winds. Maybe we should have gone for it, but we have the harsh wind to stop like the Trundle from doing anything. Okay, that's a low roll. That is a low roll. So that is actually a huge low roll. We have harsh winds, we have flash freezes. He doesn't have space to do like build a rush. He decides to do it like this. We can just go ahead and block this too. Because we know that we don't need the ramp anymore. We can go ahead and start doing the Blighted Ravines. Or even do the avalanches. Oh, that kind of sucks though, right? Because now he's able to kind of kill everything. He ends up getting the Tryndamere. I don't think we actually freeze it. I think we just take that 8 and call it a day. This gives him the space for Field of Rush. I think I don't need to give him the Field of Rush space. I love Galio. I love Galio here. And now we're gonna have a lot of blockers, right? We have a lot of blockers for whatever he does. The problem... Oh, wait. We tapped out a Flash Freeze. He just wins. Wait. He has Atrocity. Yeah, that's my mistake. I got greedy. I forgot about Atrocity. Why did I forget about Atrocity? I saw the Warmother's call and I just ripped it. Wait. I forgot about the Atrocity. I'm so bad. Well, that was a fun... We tried. That Ruination was actually huge, though. GG's. So in this match, we'll be going up against Gnar, Trundle, FoilW, PNC. Okay, this is concurrent timelines. I was trying to think. I was like, what deck is FoilW playing? But this is definitely concurrent timelines, which I think I want to be able to have the Ravine because we need to be able to deal with his Chief Knack attack, right? So we can do Faces in the old one into Ravine, into Trundle. So this is a pretty good curve. Ooh, we also now can get super greedy and just start doing Warmother Skull. Because we can do Voices of the Old One now a lot sooner than I expected before. So maybe we don't do the Blighted Ravine anymore. Now we just do Faces of the Old One. Yeah, that's the concurrent timeline. So yeah, this is going to be a concurrent timelines deck. He's trying to get the Chief Knack attack and be able to take advantage of the transform. Obviously, the Pillar will transform into something. His Financier is going to transform into something too. I do think the Ravine might be important because he's going to be doing a lot of chip damage early. I'm just thinking if I need to greed out with the Voices of the Old One though. So here he gets to select a Sitscott spell plus also transform the Financier into something. Interesting. Let's see if this one is playing some hidden tricks like the one that we went against Mo earlier. Possible that he has like something I'm not thinking of. Man, he had to get a 3-1. I guess like I said, I guess the Ravine does kill it. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna pass. Wait, maybe we don't pass anymore. Wait a second. No, I like the pass. I like the pass. I like the pass. Next we just do the Voices of the Old One. I think I mean we could do the... Yeah, there we go. That's why I like the pass, because I figure he's gonna commit something. We can do the Blighted Ravine here. Yeah, it hurts our Faces of the Old One. It's a little bit annoying that he ended up getting that instead though. So maybe we actually just do this now then. Yeah, you know what? Let's just do Faces of the Old One again. Now I wish I would have done the Ravine though. Because now he's going to push a lot of damage on us. We are... If he develops though, we can just Avalanche. Sure. I like doing Trundle here. We could just do Voices of the Old One and just start ramping up as much as we could. Or we can Trundle. Now let's do Voices of the Old One. And then next turn we can just do the Ravines. I like the Ravine next turn. We have enough mana to do Trundle plus Ravine. The only problem is that we don't have enough mana for Yeah, so we're just gonna do the ravine. We need to. We have no choice. We're also gonna have enough mana for like a Trundle Icequake if we need to. And this the Gnar. We'll do the ravine. Clear up his whole board. Next time, if he doesn't open, we have the Trundle Icequake. So here we kill almost his whole board. And if he doesn't open, we also have Avalanche. I don't care about losing the Faces of the Old One anymore, because they kind of gave me what I needed. When I needed it, right? Yeah, we're gonna just block that. Fortunately, we're only at 11 mana. We can do Avalanche to be able to kill the Gnar if we need to. Sure. And then next time we start doing the Warmother Skull, we can actually just level up Galio here as well, I think, right? We should be able to more or less level up Galio. We're literally gonna have, as long as we keep... Oh, bye-bye Warmother Skull, never mind. I forgot that they could play that too. That's my fault. But I mean, I guess we don't level up the Galio. So we won't level up the Galio. Actually, yeah, it's exact level up. It's exact level up. So this levels up the Galio now. So we'll level up the Galio. He decides to do it like this. He's trying to prevent the Galio level up. Is it worth it to do the Shield of Duran? I think it is. I think we want to just have the rally, right? I think I like having the rally. I'm trying to see if it's better to put on the Trundle or put on the Galio. I guess we can do it on the Galio. We can do it on the Galio. We can actually summon the Gorlith as well. Because the Gorlith means that he's going to be able to get through damage. And it also means that he won't be able to... Like, when we hit the rally... Oh, you know what he could have? He could have... Is there anything that he could have here to be able to deal with the Gorlith? So there's a couple of things that we could do here. I think it has to be the Gorlith though. Because he's going to be dealing 13 plus the Overwhelm. So he's going to be dealing 13 and then the Trundle gets through with the Overwhelm. And then we also going to rally because of the Galio, right? Because the Trundle's going to get damaged no matter who we pull. Maybe we don't even pull the Gnar. Although, yeah, because something's going to get damaged. I guess he could actually prevent the... He could stop us from being able to do the rally right here. By just damaging one of our units right now. I just don't see how he wins if he does that. Yeah, that's not enough. So he didn't damage anything, which means that now we can push through the damage. And Gorlith again just kind of wins us the game, right? Sure. Because he can block this, and then this is doing 8 damage Overwhelm. Yeah. Gorlith is just pretty darn good, huh? But yeah, GG's for all the other GG's. Hey everyone, welcome back. Hope you enjoy those games. As you saw, this deck can be very, very fun when you can pull up the combo. But sometimes, I mean, a lot of times you don't even need the Warmother Skull to win. Sometimes you can just win through ramping and summoning your big units that have like a lot of value to them, right? Again, I mean, the mulligan here is very simple. So just try to keep your ramp, right? So try to keep your ramp or try to keep your AoE if you're going against like an aggro deck. Usually you don't mind keeping Trundle in the mulligan as well. Trundle is a great card. But then everything else you can just kick back, including Galio and obviously all your 8-drops, etc. You might want to keep Warmother Skull if you have some ramp in your hand already. So again, really fun deck to play. This is kind of my approach to Galio. I think this deck actually has some pretty good potential depending on how the meta shakes out. Because it can do pretty well against some of the slower decks. I think the one weakness is going to be stuff like Ruination or Vengeance, right? So as you kind of saw against the FTR game where I kind of just... I did get a little bit greedy there. I got a little bit greedy. I could have done the Ida Stairs to clear his whole board. I could have done, kept mana for the Flash Freeze, so that we don't die to the Atrocity. So I did get a little bit greedy that game. I'll admit that. We could have probably won that if I played it a little bit slower. But no, that's no fun if you're not. You have to try to have some fun in this game sometimes, right? But anyway, hope you enjoy the games. Remember to subscribe below if you like the content, or you can also catch us on Twitch, where we usually stream 3 to 4 times a week at Twitch Sirturmund. I'll see you all tomorrow with more new champions from the expansion, which has been really fun so far. So see you all later. Bye.